Hello, hello. Welcome to the
Well, that
unchanging, unprepared, and unplanned podcast. That
that that
close?
first hello was a little
That
intense.
was too intense?
I don't think that's the vibe we're trying to go for
What?
on this podcast.
I have a lot of energy. It depends on my level of energy. But how many words did I get correct?
None of them.
None of them? No, unplanned?
0%.
No,
Oh, okay,
unplanned
okay,
is right.
one. Okay, 33%. Sure.
Nice, nice, nice. Repeating. Okay,
Yeah,
go ahead.
yeah,
What's the
yeah.
actual words?
The unplanned, unprepared, and unpredictable podcast. Feel free to call it the Up Three
Or three up?
podcast.
Or
I
you,
like
you,
Up Three
you?
better.
Triple U?
Yeah, you three.
You three? Are we
I,
sure? Wait. What was the third one?
unpredictable.
Unpredictable? I don't like that. Unplanned. What's wrong with me? Say it again. What's the second word? Unplanned,
Unprepared.
unprepared. Unplanned, unprepared, and unpredictable.
Unpredictable.
Unplugged? Or like,
Eh.
oh no, there's another
We're
word.
literally plugged in, talking into our
Okay,
microphones
that's
right
not the
now.
right word. The right word I wanted to say is the one where like you talk in a way that's unfiltered. That's the word. Yeah, it's unfiltered. This is very unfiltered, or I want it to be, and I think it should be.
Are you trying to change the name of the podcast now on our third episode?
Is that can we? Is that something that we can do?
Yeah, we can do whatever we want, but we're just really, I feel like we're doing everything that we can to make sure that
Nobody
this
hears.
podcast is not successful.
Okay, unfiltered,
Yeah,
unfiltered. Okay, but what's another word for unfiltered?
I don't know.
Anyway,
Anyways, do you have any topics?
topics. No
Hey, I want to talk about the attempted assassination of President Trump, former President Trump.
politics again. Didn't we do that last
Again?
time? I don't know.
No, last time was
All right.
interpersonal stuff.
All right. You know
Well,
what?
that's
Okay.
that's my suggestion for a topic for today. What you got
Okay.
any?
Okay. Well. Okay. So see, if you present a topic, you have more time to think about it.
Is this true?
Let's see.
So you can present the topic.
Give me a second. Okay. Topic generator.
I
Let's
think
see.
I'm gonna go on record saying I think the random topic generator is never gonna give us a good topic.
But I changed it today. Podcast topic generator. Here we go.
Oh,
Here
okay,
we go.
okay.
Describe your podcast. What are the three words again? Uh-oh. Okay, I have to
No,
create.
I don't like that. I don't like that because it's taking us backwards. It's like giving. This is the energy of a first episode of a
My
podcast.
podcast is about. Here we go. What's our podcast about? All right.
About talking about random topics.
All right. Podcast topic generator. Here we go. Okay. Generating engaging and relevant subjects for podcast. Okay, we talk about. Okay, here. Boom. Boom. Here it is.
Boom.
Oh, what the heck? It's like lagging. It's like taking a long time. Hold on, hold on. Okay,
What do you want?
um podcast. I don't know. Oh, okay. Decoding the symbol, exploring the meaning and impact of icons in communication. What does that mean?
I
Okay,
don't
okay.
know.
The power of dot. How minimalism influences modern design. Do you know anything about that?
Okay, let's do it. Let's talk about
Huh?
it.
I don't. Do you have any background in design?
No.
All right. Dotting the I's, the role of punctuation in effective writing.
What is
Huh?
going on?
Hey, I don't know. These are actually very specific and unique topics, though. The role of
Yeah.
punctuation. Actually, okay. You know what? We keep this up. We keep this up in case we. We can start with your. You know what? But
Hey,
we're
do one more time.
one more time.
Yeah, one more topic.
There's a long list. Okay, from Morse code to digital pixels, the evolution of the dot and why is it dot? It's all dot stuff. I don't know. Okay.
Did you
Generate
put in
topics.
podcast or dotcast?
Maybe because the search bar says we talk about our love of football and soccer. But it talks about dots. Okay, here.
What?
Embracing the quiet, the benefits of silence in a noisy world. Ooh.
Ooh, okay. Yes, I can talk about that.
What? Now it's all about silence stuff. Anyway, okay. All right, we'll start with yours and see how it goes.
Okay. So, what do you know?
I know
What?
that he was shot by a man with a rifle.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what caliber. So like, so what I do know a little bit about guns. So you can have a gun that looks so a rifle. I think most people when they picture a rifle, it's like the M16 or like a M4. You know those things with the stock and it's kind of long and it's got a magazine. You know, so I think he got the assassination attempt was with a bigger gun. Okay, I don't know what caliber of bullet because those kind of looking guns they can be pistols, quote unquote pistols that shoot like really small bullets. But I don't know. I don't know what size of. It was from like 500 feet, I think, and it grazed his face, and he's okay. Those are all and it happened in Pennsylvania, in like a rural area. I think farmland. I think that's all I know about it.
Yeah.
And the shooter is dead?
Yeah, I think they took him out. Like, I think he got a couple shots off, and then immediately after, Secret Service
Like how
unalived
okay,
him.
so
Mhm.
how did they get him with like the men on the ground or folks in on rooftop? So I know he was on a rooftop.
I'm sure it was somebody on the rooftop, right? A sniper.
I don't know.
I mean
Yeah.
the kind of the controversy around it is how did that guy even get a shot off, right? How did this guy who was in apparently for a full 2 minutes, people were like shouting, like pointing at the guy, like trying to get the police to do something about it, but they weren't really responsive. They didn't really take any action. So that's something funky about it, But I actually am interested in what would have happened if the assassination attempt was successful. What do you think would have happened? Like, do you think civil war would have broken out?
Oh, I thought as far as I guess the Republican National Convention has to come up with a new candidate, but
Uh,
I didn't think about how mm, the passionate fans and supporters of Donald Trump would revolt. I never thought about that.
yeah.
Whoa! So see, okay, all right. Another thing, it depends on who the person. Because I heard. Okay, here's another thing I know. The shooter was a Republican, a registered Republican. Is that true?
Well, so what I read was
Yeah.
yes, he was registered Republican, but he also donated to a Democratic or super PAC or something like that. So it could be either or. Like, there's evidence for both that this guy was either a Republican or a Democrat.
Does anybody know why? Did he leave like a manifesto?
No, apparently no manifesto.
All right. So, well, what are you are you implying something? Like, I actually think a lot of it is so weird and doesn't make sense. Because how can a man who it's not a concealed weapon? I assume it was over
Mhm.
his body and it's pretty big. How can he get within 1,000 feet, 1,000 yards, 1,000 yards of a, especially Donald Trump, but a presidential candidate, and nobody stops him before he's able to fire multiple shots? That's
Yeah,
crazy. That doesn't make any sense to me.
me too.
What are your theories? Yeah, well, so then, as a person who thought about it way more than I have, what do you think?
I so there's a camp of people who think that it was staged, right? Like the Republican Party or Trump himself might have staged it, but like I saw the footage and the way like literally like a second or two after he turns his head is when the bullet whizzes by. So it looks like if he didn't turn his head, it probably would have hit him on the head. Like I don't know if it would have penetrated. I don't know the size of the bullet. I don't know anything about that. But I would no matter what, no matter how badly I wanted something, I don't think I would try something as risky as a assassination attempt, especially where it's the bullet is going to whiz by my head to use that as a way of garnering support, I guess. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I think. I'm kind of on the side of yeah, it was just a crazy guy that for whatever reason, got really close to the former president. And another thing that actually, I have a friend in law enforcement who said that people think that Trump should have had a lot of people, like a lot of Secret Service agents around him. But after your term as president is over, the amount of Secret Service agents goes down. Like Biden has way more people around him than Trump does from
Uh-huh.
the Secret Service. So it's not so far fetched that there were holes in security around him. So it just sounds like a crazy guy who wanted former President Trump, to die. Uh, Kind of was able to find a weakness in the security and got a couple of shots off. I mean, I take the kind of rational uh, perspective on this. Nothing too conspiratorial. But are you on the side of there's some sort of conspiracy of it?
Well, I don't have enough information to think that stuff. But I mean, I could make stuff up and think that way for sure. But I'm looking at a picture at the guy right now. It looks like a kid, like a young guy.
Uh,
Have you seen a picture of the shooter?
yeah, yeah, he does look pretty young. But I mean, what drives one to that point of? Because he must know that he doesn't stand to. I mean, even if he gets doesn't get killed on the spot, he's gonna spend the rest of his life in jail, right? Like, there's so little upside for him personally. I wonder what must have been going on in his brain to convince himself
Hmm.
that this is a good idea, right?
Uh, so mental health. Was he dealing with something? Like, what was he of sound mind when he did it? Because yes, that is an extreme action to take. I mean, so I think the article said that he's 20 years old. 20 years old, that's just a little bit out of high school, like barely out of high school.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Yeah, like to be able to muster up the I don't know, to actually go and pull the trigger on a human being, that it's not easy. You know, in the I have some military experience, and in the military, we shoot at targets shaped like people. And the purpose of that is to visualize that action over and over and over again. And this dude seemed like he's just a young kid, right? It takes a lot, I think, for I don't want to say normal, but like normal folks, like regular everyday folks, to be able to, I think, in my opinion, to be able to actually point a gun and fire it at somebody, like that's kind of crazy to me. It takes a lot to get to that point.
Yeah. So, is it as existential as? Because okay, let's for a moment believe that he was of sound mind. He
Hmm.
came to a reasonable conclusion as to why he needed to do this. Are there any reasons strong enough to do something this crazy? Like the only things I could think of is this guy literally believes that if Trump becomes president, that the whole country will be ruined.
So
Right, the whole
yeah,
existential threat to democracy kind of argument.
he's a threat to democracy.
Well, that's what the Democrats say often, right?
Oh, I see. So what narrative was in his head that was strong enough for him to actually do this thing?
Mhm.
Well, I know a lot of religious folks say a lot of things, um, like extreme religious ideas. Maybe that is something he also was under the influence of,
Hmm.
and maybe like for him, he was trying to save, I don't know, America or souls or something. But yeah, I would agree that in his head, it would have to be a good enough reason to do something so crazy, because I'm sure he understood the consequences are very serious for him.
Like there's no positive like personal upside for him.
Yeah, yeah,
is
yeah,
zero,
yeah.
right? So
If this
it's
person is if his mind is well, yeah,
right, right. So
and rational.
it's a purely sacrificial act.
Hmm.
He believes that whatever negative thing that might befall him is worth to avoid the even more negative thing that is going to befall other people.
Yeah.
President Trump gets the second term, right?
Or maybe like someone in his life was uh I don't know, maybe put him up to it, like coerced him or
Mm,
manipulated him.
it's wild.
Yeah.
You know what's really crazy? Speaking of religious, I saw a video today, and apparently there was this Christian guy like 4 months ago, and he talks about this prophecy, or he talks about a vision, and he claims it's prophetic, and he says, "Oh, this is what's going to happen," and it's kind of crazy how accurately he gets the fact that somebody will attempt to kill Trump, and that the bullet will graze like his ear, and like a lot of, and the other thing he said is that there will be a lot of people trying to persecute Trump uh, through the law and stuff, but a lot of it will he will be kind of like a lot of the pressure of that will be removed from him. And yeah, so this was like 4 months ago, right? So what's crazy about that is not just the fact that he accurately predicted that someone would make an attempt on Trump's life, but also the fact that he would miss and like hit his right ear, which is what happened. And the third thing about how a lot of his like lawsuits and persecution or prosecution towards him, like how a lot of those will kind of go away. And I saw another article the other day that there was like something about a hidden files case or something like that, secret files case or something, where Trump was being tried for, or they were trying to kind of get him for mishandling secret documents, but that case also got dismissed. So a lot of what this guy was saying is kind of coming true. Isn't that kind of wild? I don't know if I believe that it's like a he was an actual prophet or anything, but just the fact that he got a couple of those things right, it just kind of blew my mind.
Where did you hear this from? Like, where is this guy from? Who is this?
Yeah, let me look it up right quick.
Okay.
Should we get Kevin to look it up?
Kevin, yeah, Kevin, can you hey Kevin, where you at, bro? Wait, I rather be Tom. I think I listened to a little bit of the last podcast. I don't want to be Jerry.
Why?
I don't know. I just don't like that name. I really don't like it.
Uh,
So from today moving forward, you are Jerry and I am Tom.
okay,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
uh,
All right, hey, give me 30 seconds. Give me 30 seconds. I'll be right back.
all right. So this doesn't happen very often, but one of the hosts of a podcast literally left during the middle of a podcast. Yeah, I'm here by myself talking to myself. I don't know if you paused the recording or not, so I might be talking to nobody. We'll risk it, I guess.
Isn't that crazy how I just walked away from our podcast?
Where did you pause it
No,
or?
I didn't pause it. It kept going.
I
Unplanned,
like it.
unpredictable.
I like it. So there's a
Um,
guy named Brandon Biggs
the
that
predictor.
yeah,
Okay.
he's apparently like a prophet. And yeah, like 4 months ago, he talks about the whole year thing. And the other thing that he also says is that um, as a result of this event, Trump is going to turn to God and kind of become radically transformed into a follower of Christ.
Okay.
So
All
I guess
right.
that's the part we'll see. We'll have to see
Okay.
But
Is there okay, shared on YouTube last August? Okay. So do we have actual proof that this person said this stuff many months ago? I would like to know that first.
yeah, I mean it's online.
Online? Okay. So I'm taking word for it. I'm sure. Okay, so uh mhm. All right, let's think about this a little bit. Is it more likely his ear getting grazed? That's a pretty specific part of the body. It's a
Yeah,
very good guess.
yeah.
What else? Wait, what other parts of his prophecy were there? Like how much of it? Maybe there's parts he got really wrong.
Yeah, no, you're right. I don't know. Yeah, I think it's possible. And one thing he says is that the bullet is so close to his ear that his eardrums pop.
Oh, but
Okay.
not actually hit the ear?
No. I think he talks about it grazing it, but he says the eardrums will pop. So if you don't know, right? Like if we come to find that actually no, Trump's eardrums are intact, then that's the part of a prophecy that he got wrong, right? And I mean, he has like so many videos. He could be saying a ton of things just left and right. And maybe this is just one of those even a broken clock gets the time right type
Hey, I heard
videos.
that recently too. I was like literally gonna say that. Where'd you hear that recently? Where did I hear that recently?
That's a very common
I know, but
saying.
I've been hearing it a lot lately. Anyways, okay. Yeah, that's right. That's right. You know what? If you throw enough stuff against the wall, something will stick.
Yeah, so it's possible that that's the case, but
Like
it's
this,
it
like the Simpsons. I'm sure the Simpsons don't have actual prophetic or supernatural powers.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Oh,
I don't know, but it's just fascinating because of how specific the whole
oh, the right
uh,
ear.
the year thing was.
Well. Okay. Maybe if we look up predictions or prophecies about Trump and see how many were wrong and how many people are doing that. How many people? I bet you, there are thousands of posts and videos every week. I don't want to
Oh
say
yeah,
every day. Thousands every day seems like a lot, but I bet you there are tons of people posting these quote unquote prophecies. And I
yeah.
wonder, I'm sure the vast 99% of them are incorrect.
Oh yeah,
So
for
is
sure.
that 1% or less than 1% actually? Because I do believe spiritual forces are real. Like I absolutely believe, God is real and heaven is real. I am a Christian. I am a Christian. Is that too much to say?
No,
Should we just reveal our names? Is it like pointless at this point and just share it with our anyway? But as a Christian, I believe God is real. So, and I believe that He can talk to people. But I also want to think as rationally as possible. If a million things are being said, yeah, then one of those million things could be true mathematically. But is that then an actual spiritual thing or a luck thing? Is my is what I'm wondering.
yeah, me too. I wonder that as well.
All right.
But I think one thing I think it's just interesting to think about. Yeah, I am a Christian as well, and in the Bible it does say you test a prophet by the fulfillment of their prophecies. If their prophecies don't come true, then don't accept them as prophets. Simple as
Well,
that.
okay. So
So,
prophecies also, they have to align with what's already in the Bible. Like it can't be something so crazy. It's like, oh, it obviously isn't true, even if it
mm,
comes to pass.
well, give me an example of what you mean. Like, what do you mean? It must
Like,
be. Huh?
what did I say? And what are you questioning?
I don't. I'm not sure what you
What
said.
I said? No, like a prophecy can't be so different from what's already in the Bible. Yeah?
What do you
Like
mean?
like to the um like
Like, if there's a prophecy that one day there will be UFO that beams people up into
No,
dimensional
like,
portal. Like that. None of that sounds biblical, but
like,
that can be possible.
so anything. So when we're hearing the voice of God,
Yeah.
if it contradicts or is very different from, I think, the representation of Jesus, like the life of Jesus, what he's about, then maybe it's not from God. You know what I'm saying?
So if the prophecy is
Like
saying something is
blasphemous,
true,
yeah,
we
or
know.
heretical,
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
true,
Then
true.
obviously, yeah, yeah. So,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I don't have a lot
Are
of
you saying that this falls into that category?
Well, so what is the purpose of it? Oh, do you believe that there are other spiritual forces not like inherently good? They're bad ones that can do stuff like this also?
Huh?
Because in the Bible, they talk about like, oh, these magicians, they did things that were very similar to God's prophets, but obviously that's not from God.
Okay.
Do you think that's possible?
Sorry,
Like,
repeat that one more
like
time.
somebody could like predict the future, but it's not something God wanted it, or it's like something bad doing it.
Oh, it's like a bad spirit is feeding information.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I guess, yeah, you have to not only judge a prophet by the fulfilled prophecies, but by their fruit as well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
what it, the purpose of it, what it does. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. So, I mean, like, is this a good prediction? Yes. Is it from God? Who knows? Could it be from a bad source? Absolutely. I guess we won't know until, I don't know, later.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just have no idea who this guy is and what his intentions are. I think that's the
I,
biggest thing.
well, I don't think that matters as much. I think it's just interesting to think, was like, because if the things that he says doesn't all come true, then okay, it's fine. That's whatever. But if it does come true, it's just fascinating to know that,
Oh,
oh, like, this guy saw it happen.
so we could attribute it to like spiritual forces, but what if it's a conspiracy?
What do you mean? Like this guy was part of
Part of it,
planning
yeah,
the
like
disaster?
he was chosen. Well, so it's also how, so okay, I think you can test conspiracies sort of, you have to think about them rationally also, because for a conspiracy to happen, a lot of, like, the number of people who have to lie about it and keep lying about it and never tell the truth to anybody, I think the more people who have to lie, the less likely it is the conspiracy is real. Does that make sense?
Sure. Yes,
Because
absolutely.
like the analogy I use, if 10 people in a room, they kill some, one of the 10 kill somebody, how long will it take for them to break and someone tell the truth? I think very quickly. And that's only with 10
Mhm.
guys, right? Imagine 100 people have to lie, or 1,000 people have to lie. You telling me 1,000 people can keep this? Well, I guess it depends on the consequences too. But anyway, I think the more people who have to lie, the less likely the conspiracy is true.
Oh,
But
that was a big but. Uh huh.
is there any chance there are very rich and powerful people who just choose who gets famous, who gets powerful, and we are just living in their world? You think that's an
Yeah.
impossibility?
Are you telling me that you don't believe in the Illuminati?
I honestly don't know a lot about that, but if there is a society or some powerful people just that's controlling everything, I actually think that is more likely than impossible.
Yeah, bro.
Did you say yeah, bro?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro.
Oh, well,
What?
I don't, I hope there isn't something like that, but I mean, already though, people with power and influence and wealth, they do control so much of everything already. Is it possible that there's like a upper top tier echelon of wealthy, influential, and they just control everything? Oh, you know what? Billie Eilish, you're going to be famous next. No way.
Bro, what do you think what do you think the Fed is?
The Fed?
Yeah.
The money people?
Yeah. They're just like willy-nilly, "Oh, I'm gonna set the interest rate.
Well,
Well,
sure.
inflation's too high, let me just," and then it's literally impacting the whole country, millions and millions of people, and they
Well,
get to choose. They get to
I mean, that's
decide, right?
government. Government, sure.
No, the Fed is not part of the government.
Say what?
The Fed is a private organization.
Say what?
You did not know this?
I don't know
Okay,
this. Why
this
would
is
I
a
know
topic we got to
this?
talk about.
Why
Bro, the
it's
Fed?
federal? No,
No,
Federal Reserve.
no. Yeah, they are not. They're not part of any government entity. They're private. There's a theory that JFK, the real reason he got murdered or assassinated, is because he was trying to um, get rid of the Fed. He was trying to
Nah, I
bring
don't.
it under
There's no
government
way.
control.
You're making stuff up. There's no way.
No, imagine. Wait, which part?
Federal
The
Reserve.
assassination? You look it up, please. How do you not know this?
How would I know that? I just always assumed it was the
It's
government.
common knowledge.
Is it?
It's common knowledge.
Nah,
Yeah.
it's uncommon. The
Look
Federal
it up.
Reserve banks are not part of the federal government, but they exist because of an act of Congress. Their purpose
Yeah,
is to
but they're
serve
private.
the public. Wait, what then? What's the difference?
There's no elected official
The Federal
that
Reserve,
can.
like many other central banks, is an independent government agency, but also one that is ultimate. Oh, it's an independent government agency. There's a lot of those. It's not just that, then.
But can you think of a agency that's more consequential than the Fed?
I cannot name another.
So no, no. Think
uh,
about it. Think about
uh,
it. Think about how much our lives are being affected by the interest rates being so high, right? Everything's, like, buying a house is difficult because interest rates are so
Wait,
high.
independent agency CIA is one. There's just a lot of all of them are.
Yeah, the CIA also. I think JFK had beef with the CIA.
Okay. So almost everything seems like an independent government agency, which
No, you listed two things.
no, there's a whole
How is it?
list. Independent agency, African Development Foundation, Central, so CIA, Commodity Futures Trading Commission, Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, Consumer Product Safety Commission.
Yeah.
Okay, Defense Nuclear Facility Safety Board. So wait, so these
So
people,
all those things. I mean, they're doing a function, so they don't necessarily like. I don't think the impact of what they do is necessarily as far reaching.
arguable, but I agree. I agree. The Federal Reserve, yes, they have a lot of power that impact
No, because yeah,
everybody. Yes.
like what the Fed does is not controlled by what
I don't get it then.
we as a
How
people.
can they set anything? Where does that information? So they just decide. Oh, you know what? Let's raise it.
Yeah.
What? There's no report that.
No, they just said, hey, the inflation's too high, so let's raise the interest rates and make the economy not as crazy, and maybe inflation will go down.
I mean, inflation is very high.
Yeah,
I bought some toothpaste today that was out. It was way more expensive than ever before, like 20% higher, maybe.
yeah. There was a guy who went viral on like TikTok. He bought groceries 4 years ago. Then he kind of did the reorder same items thing on the app today. And in that 4 years, the price had tripled.
You know what? You know what it is? Well, you know what? I would have liked it if smart people were, I don't know, were using some very well constructed algorithm that would adjust and set prices and stuff like that. But you know what it is? I actually do think some of it is, you know what? Companies realize, hey, our consumers are just willing to pay 10-20% more than before. So why don't we just all, because of COVID, right? Maybe, okay, COVID, if that is a conspiracy, which I think, um, there's a lot of proof
I
that it
think
was not naturally occurring. Yeah.
I think your understanding of economics is
Anyway, wait, what was I
a little
saying?
rusty.
No. But no, I'm saying no. Seriously, why? I mean, so competition, right? No, seriously, what kind of competition is there for my toothpaste? If everybody just all raises their prices, which happened naturally over, because of the pandemic, and they're like, you know what? There is no reason for us to lower these prices. Everybody's just willing to pay these prices. Let's just keep jacking it up.
No, that's absolutely what's happening, right? There's like record profits,
Wait,
but so
but you said I was wrong.
no. What I'm saying
Oh, huh.
is, it's not simply just people saying, oh, let's just raise the prices because people are willing to pay for it. I think it's a culmination of a lot of things, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
something like the pandemic happening. It's also probably a lot of the cash bailouts that a lot of companies got, that a lot of people got, that the $2,000 stimulus check. All of that was not taken out of the budget somewhere. It was the Fed just printing more money. So I don't think anyone's surprised that inflation's up. What should be alarming and kind of crazy is the fact that the people deciding what the interest rate is to fight this inflation aren't people that we elected. They're not people that were appointed by elected officials. They're part of a private company, a private bank, and kind of just
Well, what's their
what they
incentive?
want to
I
do.
actually prefer private companies doing because the government is just it's terrible. It's a horribly run thing. But
Sure,
what's their
I
incentive?
agree with. I agree. Their incentive is power and control
Power how? Where does their power come from?
from the money that they print.
But doesn't it also hurt the people who are running the Fed, like inflation,
Yeah, it doesn't matter to them. They can print more money.
and put it in their own pockets?
I mean, I'm sure there are like things that they need to adhere to, like rules and laws and things like that. But it's allowed by those laws that they should wield so much power at their own discretion, right? It's wild. I think we need to. I'm surprised you didn't know about that.
Well, it seems like there are many independent government agencies,
That's fine. But what I'm
but
saying is,
yeah,
can you think of one more consequential?
the CIA is
Well,
the
not
FA.
really, because what
Uh,
the things that the CIA does doesn't really affect us on a day to day, does it?
they're tapping our phones.
Yeah,
Okay,
but I'm
okay,
talking about
okay.
like real, like what how does that affect your life?
I don't like it,
Okay,
and
so that seems like a very mild
I can't send my
consequence.
genitals over my phone. Not that I want to,
You
but
can
I would like to have the option to. You know?
you have the option now.
No, but
They're
I don't
not
want the government
stopping
to
you from
have it.
doing it.
I don't want the government to have it,
Yeah, so they're not okay. Again,
Jerry.
the consequence.
Uh,
Because all right, Tom. The consequence seems very mild, doesn't it?
what?
Just
The
somebody.
government having my junk? No, that's a big deal. That's a big
You
deal.
think they don't already have it?
Excuse me? How? I've never photographed it.
Have you been to the airport?
Excuse me? Okay,
Have you
I've
ever
never
been to
been
the
naked
airport?
at the airport. Yeah.
Oh, you know the like body scanner?
That's different. They have an outline of it. I don't want an actual photo of it in the government's hands,
Oh, you think
probably.
it's just an outline?
You know what? I no, I don't. I don't really know how far X-ray technology has come.
No, I think you can. It can if they wanted to. It's literally they can kind of undress you.
Anyway, so how do we lower inflation? How do we like? Shouldn't the market correct itself somehow?
No, I think. Yeah, I don't know.
So it's
I'm
just
not an
powerful
economist.
people wanting to keep the common man down. Is that what it is?
Well, yeah,
All
but
right.
you know the WEF, the World Economic Forum.
Sure.
Yeah, they literally said they want all of us to own nothing
What?
and rent everything. Yeah,
Who said that?
the World Economic Forum,
So a bunch of people got
the
together and
world
said we
leaders.
don't want anybody to own anything.
Yeah, a bunch of
Why would they say
powerful
that?
world leaders
Who would say
got
that?
together. Yeah, they got together and said they want to make everything kind of. I guess the simplest way I can say it is they want everything to be subscription based, where they own all the assets and they rent everything out. We would own nothing; they would own everything.
That seems like it would
You know,
be bigger news.
look it up. Look it up.
Why? How come more people don't care about that? How come no one told me? How come nobody on Instagram is telling me? But you know what? It's because it's just
I
my For You page is just
you're.
girls and dogs.
Yeah. I'm surprised you're not well versed in these topics.
That
I'm
there
genuinely
are
surprised.
rich government or powerful people who want commoners to just. I didn't think it was actually said. I understood that's probably what they wanted, but I didn't know it's actually just openly said like that.
Yeah, and there are plans for all the stuff. It's well documented. But anyhow, I think I am shocked, but also not as shocked because you do seem, at least in terms of overarching authority in our lives, you do seem way more trusting of this
What?
of those entities.
Are we talking
Yeah.
about Apple? Hey, they make good products.
Apple.
Uh,
How did that come out? Sure, maybe. But not
who
just that. I think you are way more trusting
who do I trust?
government.
I don't trust the government.
How many booster shots did you get? COVID.
Oh, COVID shots?
Yeah.
Both of them. Well, boosters. Those are
Oh,
extra, right? No, I didn't get any
yeah.
boosters. I didn't get any extra ones. Not the ones that
Oh,
were.
why?
I only did as much as that I needed to get to have my freedom back. Huh?
Yeah.
Is that a
Oh,
contradiction?
okay.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, but then a lot of people were blindly doing all those things, and it's all but confirmed that increases the dangers of myocarditis and all that.
The vaccine or the boosters?
Both. Well, they were doing the same thing, right?
Oh, but I didn't get extra. I only got the minimum.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah.
But our risk of myocarditis is higher than others.
What's myocarditis?
Cardiac arrest.
Oh. Oh, I see, I see. Yeah, 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 yeah. I know there are potential side effects, and the vaccines were rushed, and potentially, possibly, bad stuff
And
could have happened.
in European countries, I think they didn't allow young people to get the vaccine. I think it was something like people under 16 or people under 18. They weren't allowed to, yeah, take the vaccine.
Well, I'm not anywhere near that age, so that's good.
Yeah. But also, we probably, I mean, especially when COVID was going on, we probably didn't need. You know what's crazy? COVID was 5 years ago.
I was working in a restaurant. I needed to get it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Years ago.
I was a what is that called? That's
Frontline worker.
frontline. Yeah, but
Yeah.
like the one necessary. What's another word? What do they call it?
I don't know.
Oh my, come on, like it's a synonym for
Oh,
necessary.
it's essential.
Essential. Yeah, I
Yeah,
was an
part of
essential worker.
part of the essential
That's right.
workforce.
That's right. That's right. Because people needed food delivered to their homes. Yep.
But anyways, what were we talking about?
Trump
Government mistrust.
assassination. Oh
Yeah,
no, you know what?
there's what?
Like whoever made Tom Brady famous, Tom Brady, his career, it's just really lucky. Or like Michael Jordan too. I mean, yeah, they're both gifted and talented, but a lot of the games they won, sometimes they look rigged.
They That's interesting to me
You think I'm
because
being serious? Oh, what?
because they're like highly highly decorated athletes that most people regard as goats.
Yeah,
So the fact that you use those people as examples is kind of funny, right?
I'm not sure what you're trying to say.
Well, you picked the two most athletic people in the world and said, "Oh, whatever they got, like the fame and recognition they got, it was all luck."
No, I maybe look. People like that though. I mean, those are the two people I know. Like Billie Eilish, she just recently got so famous out of nowhere, like very quickly. Maybe there are people out there who just pick. You know what? You're famous next. Like Drake, even Drake.
Yeah.
People say he's a pedophile. Like weirdos.
Mm.
These weird guys who have. Oh, Tom Brady seems like a good guy, and Michael Jordan. He's kind of mean, I think, but he seems pretty normal. But Epstein, I don't know a lot about who he was. Or I know he did some bad stuff, But like in
So
his
that's
in his island, right? All the people who visited his island, isn't Trump one of the folks who visited the island?
I think so. Yeah.
Right? Right? So I don't know. I think it's very possible that the top 0.0001% of rich, wealthy, powerful folks are in a very special club, and they can just decide who gets famous, who gets powerful, and
I think
and we have no control over it, and it's like a rat race for us. We think we
no.
can get there, but we actually can't. Go ahead.
I think it's documented truth what you're talking about. Like
Oh,
in a microcosm of the Hollywood elite, you know the whole um Harvey Weinstein incident?
yes.
Yeah.
But I just know that,
That's
I
base
mean, like he was operating by himself and operating out of motivations that are terrible, terrible. But he's a bad guy who just was girl crazy and did bad things. There's more to it.
he basically gave people roles. Like the reason why he was able to do all the creepy stuff he did with girls is because he was giving away roles for basically sexual favors, right?
I
So he
mean,
was
yeah.
and he was in essence picking who would become
Oh,
famous.
influential, famous, and powerful.
Hmm.
Okay, so that's a very, very small scale.
Yeah,
And like I actually feel like at that scale, it's not very hard for a lot of people to be able to do. But I'm talking about like 100 levels above that. No,
like
I don't know. Look, Tom, like they're like, oh, Tom Brady. We're gonna pick him to be the greatest football player of all time, and well, he hasn't done anything weird or crazy that I am aware of.
uh,
But like some weird, scary machine that's more efficient than the government, more powerful than our government, and they just make everything happen.
yeah,
I'm actually more than 30%. I feel like, yeah, that it's probably what actually is happening.
yeah, bro.
Even lottery winners, you know what? Those. They are the ones who actually pick the lottery winners. Huh? Too far? Too much? Not enough?
Not enough.
Not
Probably
enough?
not enough. Yeah, probably
Is it
need to
rational what
dig
I'm
deeper.
saying? Is it
Can I be
rational
honest?
though?
Can I be honest?
Yeah.
I stopped listening like I think like 10 minutes ago.
Oh my God.
uh,
No. Okay, okay, here. You don't
yes.
think there's, a secret rich, wealthy, powerful people club
No, I think there's. I
that secret
absolutely
one, a
think
secret
there's.
one. So a secret one,
Yeah.
and they just make things happen.
Uh huh.
And
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Yeah, I
So
think
you
so.
you okay, I'm I what am I trying to say? I'm really tired,
What are
but
you
I'm
trying
trying
to
to say
say?
I'm trying to say, oh, I have lost some respect for you.
Me?
Yeah,
Why?
cuz this is
What
all
for? What?
crazy stuff. You really think so? You really think so?
Yeah. Do I really think that there's powerful people making decisions up top that affect people like
That
us?
are above the government even?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Well, well, think about the Fed,
No, no, no,
right?
listen,
That we
listen.
spend the
That's
whole
still
time
like
talking about
the
the Fed.
government-ish level, but I'm talking about
No,
like
no, no.
uh
I think Biden, like the presidents, have to go talk to the people in the Fed to like talk about, oh, is this stuff happening, or like to get consulted on things, like not to go there and say, I'm the president, I'm going to tell you what to do. It's more of like, hey, can you think about lowering the uh, interest rates now? People are suffering, like stuff like that, you know?
but that's
The
like public
point,
knowledge. I'm talking about a secret one, a secret committee, a club of rich, wealthy
uh,
people who are above the
yeah,
government. You think that's real possible?
dude, think about Biden. Do you think Biden is actually the one making all the decisions?
So,
You don't
so,
think there's you don't think there's a cabal of wealthy people with a lot of money that are donating a lot of money to his
I mean, no,
campaigns and stuff like
lobbyists.
that.
Yeah, lobbyists are like public. Sure. But I'm talking about like a secret one who actually appoints who the next president will be, and all of our votes, they are not real.
I don't think our votes are real.
All right,
Our votes
you know what? You're
probably.
a crazy person, and I just don't. I'm not gonna take you seriously anymore.
No, what are you talking about? No,
Jerry,
think
that's
about it. Think
crazy.
of it.
That's crazy,
All right.
Jerry.
No, I think
Uh huh.
if you're trying to think about like there's just some sort of organization that's above the government and they make all these decisions and
Yeah,
all
yeah.
that.
Like even
Yeah,
appoint
maybe
world leaders and presidents, like something
yeah,
crazy like that.
maybe that's maybe not right.
All
Maybe
right.
there isn't like an
Don't walk it
organization
back
for that.
now, but okay, go ahead.
But I think there's plenty of people out there that are probably um functionally in that role that they get to make a lot of decisions that are above the decisions that
Those are
the government can.
kind of different from what I'm suggesting, but
It
sure.
is it is a little bit different. Yes.
It's very different. I'm
Yes,
talking
it is
about like
different.
I'm talking
But
about like Tom Brady's in
like
that club, and he's like I don't know. Just but then what's the I guess the incentive, the benefit of that kind of secret club? One, so everybody would have to lie, but I bet you the consequence of you being in that club and letting that secret out is death, like instant death.
yeah, probably like what happened to Epstein.
Like the Kingsman. But I mean, yeah, but I think it's very possible that he
Dude,
just died in prison because
isn't that cruel? Are you serious?
what?
You think that Epstein actually committed suicide?
Oh, probably not. Probably not. But getting killed in prison seems not like an uncommon thing. You
No,
know?
but
No. It's
isn't it
convenient
suspicious?
that he got
Isn't
caught.
it no. Isn't it
Uh.
suspicious that this guy he goes to jail for having all these people that raped underage girls,
Uh huh.
and none of the people that did the raping have been exposed? Isn't that suspicious? It's like, what laws did he actually break? It doesn't look like there's any, you
Oh,
know.
so only he was held accountable for this awful giant thing.
Yeah. So in that case, I'm sure there's a group of wealthy people that all participated that all are like, if you step out of line, you're next. You're gonna get killed like Epstein got killed.
Wait, that's what I'm saying. That it's very possible for the secret club that the consequences are so high that yeah, people would be quiet.
Yeah.
But then that
Yeah.
breaks that theory of, conspiracies that break under the weight of the number of people who have to lie about it.
Yeah. So that I guess what I'm saying is that yes, it's definitely possible that there is a group of evil people controlling certain things and they're bound together by the lies and laws they broke.
Oh, wow, this is a really depressing podcast.
Yeah. All started from the fact that somebody tried to kill Trump. Right? But all that to say, you know, don't worry too much because things that are going to happen, right? You, as an individual person, have very little control of
Oh,
what actually happens to
all
you.
right.
So when things don't work out, it's not necessarily your. Maybe there are forces out there that are preventing you from achieving your dreams. And should we cut it there?
Cut
Good
it? No,
message to leave the audience
50.
with.
We have 50. We're at 54 minutes.
Oh, 6 minutes left.
You know what? Maybe you're the wrong person to do this with. I really just wanted to have fun. None of this is very fun.
Hey, you know what though? Can we talk about sharing the load here a little bit? I keep bringing these topics up, and
No, listen.
I feel like I'm
The
contributing more than you
original premise was we don't come prepared. I mean, like,
are. Huh.
not really.
Yeah, I'm not prepared.
Um, but you could also do different stuff.
Like what?
I don't know. Bring a topic that isn't. What was last week? Oh yeah, yeah. Falling out with your friends, President Trump
Yeah,
getting
that was
assassinated.
great. No, falling out with your friends, that was great. I really, really hope those
What?
people you were talking about,
Why? Why
I
do
hope
you
they
why do you
find
want my
someone.
life to get harder? Why do you
No, I
want
don't think it'll get harder.
what?
Dude, think about if they hear it and it somehow ignites a road to reconciliation.
But that's disingenuous.
Why is that
It's
disingenuous?
not naturally like it's like I tell you and I make you apologize to me. That's kind of like
That's literally how all interpersonal
no, not from my experience. You
reconciliation.
just ignore it until it becomes a big problem and then you never talk to each other again. That's how every everything in my life has resolved.
Have you ever gone to go see a therapist? Is that information you
Um
want to
I
disclose?
mean, why though?
Because that statement you just made
Oh,
makes me think you're a prime candidate
no, listen,
for a
listen,
therapist.
listen, listen. I know that's wrong, but I'm saying, what am I saying?
I think what you're saying is you're afraid of
No, 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 no. What? Repercussions?
reconciling with, yeah,
Oh,
reconciling with the
I'm not
people that
afraid of reconciliation. I don't like disingenuous actions.
I think you're confused about what disingenuous means.
Not genuine.
Why is that? Why is listening to a podcast and saying coming to the realization, oh, maybe I should reach out to this guy? Why is that disingenuous?
Cause you weren't gonna do it before.
No, it's there was a catalyst to that behavior. That doesn't mean that it's disingenuous. Imagine you're walking down the street and you see a bus ad for oh, two friends hugging each other. And then that makes you think, oh, I should reach out to my good friend that I had a while ago that I don't talk to anymore. Just because something ignited that action doesn't make it
Okay,
disingenuous.
okay, okay, okay. This is one of those false equivalences.
No, no.
It's different if that bus ad is my face and I say, "Hey, go make up with your friends." There's a big difference.
Why is that different? Why no? I'm asking why does something causing you to take action? Why does that automatically equal
Like
disingenuousness?
like 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 a married couple, right? If the wife is like, "Hey, you keep doing this thing and I hate it. I want you to stop." It's like, "Oh,
Yeah,
but why can't you just be okay with the way that I am?" And it depends on what it is, right?
that's
But
the
see,
dumbest. That's
what
the
do you mean?
dumbest example I've
What do
ever.
you mean?
That's literally how people. That's literally how people like talk to each other.
No, you married the wrong person. I think that's what it is.
You
Either accept me
you
or
are that is so
or
crazy.
we're getting divorced.
Okay.
That's what it is. What?
There, next time, maybe we should start having guests on this podcast. Do you know any therapists?
I
I
mean,
think
sure
that
I do, but I don't even know what point I was trying to make.
I think you were just trying to be contrarian for no reason.
Contrarian? No, no. We should not. I should not tell.
This just tells me how afraid you are of confrontation and possible reconciliation.
No, but I don't want that. I don't want those things.
You don't want it because you're afraid of it.
No, I'm not afraid of
One
it.
hundred percent.
No, I
You're
don't
one
mind
hundred
comfort.
percent afraid of
Well,
it.
are you confronting me now? I'm not afraid of this.
You are afraid of
What are
it.
you talking about? No, listen,
You're
no,
afraid of other
but
people
no, you know
hearing.
what it is? I said some negative
What?
things about people which I don't want them to know about it.
What?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Plus, like it's like old history. It's stuff
All right,
that
guys. Thank you guys so much for
no, no, we still
listening.
got
I
a
think.
minute and 9 seconds left.
Oh man, I was trying to time it out.
Oh, are you have a timer or something? Hey, that's not the vibe. Hey, you keep trying to
No, I
make
don't.
this thing
I don't
your.
have a timer. I don't. And that's what I'm saying. I was trying to time it out mentally.
Oh,
I
mentally,
was
wow, you're
hoping I
pretty
would catch it
close.
by the. Right? Not bad, right?
It's not. I mean, you can do it, but we're gonna keep talking until exactly an hour.
Yeah. But anyways, to wrap up, President Trump's assassination attempt
Could have been a
hugely
conspiracy.
impactful.
Yep.
Not yeah, could have been. What do we know, right? We're just a couple
None
of
of it. No,
bozos
none of it
talking
makes
out of
any
our
sense.
butt.
None of it makes any sense. Like, how can a bullet graze a ear? A guy with no experience shooting someone from 500 feet away? That is just insanity.
Was he
Nah.
inexperienced?
I don't know, but 500 feet is pretty far, and yeah, I don't know. To
Well,
graze a ear is just the odds are crazy, you know?
I mean, he did miss.
No, but like, sure, but anyway. All right, thanks for
All right,
listening to
guys. Thank
this
you guys so much for
podcast,
listening.
to the
Yeah.
Unplanned, Unchained,